everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you about 5 things that don't suit very many people. Okay, number one is skinny jeans. Now, I know you all love your skinny jeans and, you know, they've been around forever and it feels like, you know, it was the moon landing when skinny jeans came in. And I know you think they're comfortable and everything else, but they actually suit very few people. Now, I'm not saying to you, I'm never going to dictate to people and say, if you love your skinny jeans, you wear them. You know, when I create wardrobes with private clients, it's very much about them feeling happy. So if you're happy in your skinny jeans, you stick to your skinny jeans. But if you sometimes look at yourself in the mirror in them and you think something doesn't quite work, the chances is that skinny jeans don't work for you. Now, one of the best options you can go for, which suits most body shapes, is just the standard straight leg jean. So like the standard straight leg 501, classic kind of straight leg jean, will suit so many more people than a skinny jean, and particularly a low-waisted skinny jean, because what I find with a lot of clients is they will strap themselves into skinny jeans. It's one of the biggest mistakes, to try and kind of hide areas that they're not comfortable with. But then what happens is often those areas burst out over the top of the skinny jeans, or it just emphasises the areas you're trying to hide. Now, if you're happy and you're comfortable, like I said, you go for it, you know, whatever suits you. But if you do look and you are thinking, you know, I'd maybe like to try another option, maybe try the straight jean. You may well find that suits you better. Okay, number 2. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see women making in regards to clothing, and actually I've mentioned this before, but particularly the plus size clothing ranges are particularly guilty of this, if you ask me. Now, when someone puts on weight around their middle, what they want to do is obviously hide that. It makes them feel maybe a little bit conscious. If it doesn't make you feel conscious, then, you know, if I had a hat off to you. But if it does, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they tend to just try and drown that area out. So they'll find a top that maybe comes to here and then goes straight down, and then it just hides all that area, doesn't it? Because you can't see it because it just hangs off your bust. No. The reason why that doesn't work is because it just makes you look kind of even bigger. The whole thing will just hang straight off your bust and go straight down. It makes that area around your middle look even bigger than what it is. So the best bit of advice I can give you, the smallest part of your body is under your bust here, okay? So if you are somebody who has got a little bit of a tummy that you'd like to hide, then what I've advised you to do is try and find a top which comes in under your bust here, and actually comes in a little bit tighter here, because that tends to be a smaller area, and then gently skims out after that. So it could come out in a slight A-line after that, and have it hit the top of your hip, or basically where your trousers would hit, the top of your hip. Depending on what shape you are, you know, sometimes I'd say to people have it hit a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but generally around where your top hip is. Again, if it's the waist, choose a darker colour, because darker is always slimming and white is always makes things look bigger. So you maybe go, if you're big around the tummy and small everywhere else, maybe go for a darker top and a lighter pair of trousers. So I hope that helps. Right, number 3. Now, I see this item in quite a few capsule wardrobes for 2022, capsule wardrobes for 2020, whatever it is, collections. And I think they're absolutely dire. Now, that's a personal opinion as well, but again, they really don't look good on very many people. And that is the long cardigan. Now, these great big long cardigans that come down to sort of maybe your calves, or maybe just to near the top of your knees or halfway down your thigh, however long it is. These great big long, and they just go straight and they just hang like this great big piece of material on you. It doesn't do anybody any favours. Now, the only time that might work is if you were wearing something dark all underneath, something all dark underneath, and then you had maybe a light cardigan, or vice versa, so you've got kind of a line distinctive. But what that usually does, similarly to the tops that I was talking about, it just hangs on you and it makes you look like a great big, I don't know, box of matchsticks, let's say. Literally, you're not defining any shape at all. This thing just hangs straight off. So avoid those cardigans unless you're kind of, I don't know, tall and slim and like model, then you can kind of get away with it. But even so, I even think even on someone like that, it's not necessarily the most flattering item that you could wear. So if anything, separate your top and your bottom somehow, whether it be in colour, whether it be in style. But yeah, they're not brilliant, so kind of avoid them as much as you can. Now, number four is high-waisted trousers. Now, high-waisted trousers are fantastic if you're long-waisted and short. You've got short legs, because what they will do is they'll make your legs look longer and they'll cut your waist in half. But if you're kind of petite, or you've got kind of a normalish waist, or it's fine if you're quite tall and everything, but they can often just make you look really short here and then really long at the bottom. So kind of be careful. And if you are going to go with something that is high-waisted, then maybe look at a similar colour on top. So kind of you're not breaking your body in half so much. But have a look and see if you can see what I mean next time you put a pair of high-waisted trousers or whatever it is on, and have a look at, see how much it makes your body look shorter at the top. And if it looks too short, then maybe just drop that waist down a little bit. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 5 is like literally these kind of dresses or tops or whatever it is with frills and puffs, and I've got something with a little bit of puffy sleeves on now, but these great big puffy sleeves or like frills everywhere. Now, I can tell you straight away, all right, if you want to look bigger, wear them. So if you are petite and you're tiny and you want to make an area look bigger, then go for that. But if you are trying to avoid yourself looking bigger, avoid these big frills, avoid these big puffs, avoid all of it. Keep things as clean and simple as possible in kind of block colours, because the only reason that those kind of things work is, let's say for example you are a pear shape, so you're heavier around the bottom and the hip. Wearing a slight puff sleeve, and I'm not talking like a massive puff sleeve, but like a slight puff sleeve would be quite good, because it kind of balances you out. So you'd kind of have your hip coming out like this, and if you're conscious of it and it comes out slightly more than you'd like it to, then you go in, and then you've got these puff sleeves and that will give you that shape, and it'll kind of balance out that hip. So in that instance they do actually work, but otherwise I would say for most people they'll just make you, particularly these massive ones, it just makes you look like, I don't know, you're going to knock a few people out as you walk down the street, some of them. But anyway, I hope you found that helpful. So that's my 5 things kind of that don't suit most people. It's not to say they won't suit you, it's just to say that they are things to be conscious of when you are going out shopping, depending on your body shape. So I hope you have found that helpful, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.